Bad Deals Only, episode 12. A couple Boston guys talking Boston real estate here in Boston, Massachusetts, doing a Boston podcast. Producer Nick, rest in peace. Guy's dead.
Not really. Not really.
No, he's
dead.
dead. He's dead to me.
It's figuratively.
Producer Nick, dead away. To me. So we have a new producer, Producer Rowan.
Welcome.
Say hi, Rowan.
Hi, Rowan.
Hi, Rowan. So Rowan does all of my videography. He's fantastic. And Producer Nick completely fucked us.
He did not.
No,
He
dude.
meant well.
I didn't even tell you. I didn't tell you what happened.
He had his own artistic style. I think.
Which was what? Could be specific.
It was grassroots. A little rough around the edges. But it was different every day. It was like a Jackson Pollock. He's kind of like threw paint at the page, and sometimes it was art, other times it looked like a mess.
Yeah. Well, he decided he didn't want to do anything on our last two podcasts, and so after incessant heckling, he was like, "Hey, by the way, I can't do this anymore." I didn't really heckle him out of it, but
so he was going to keep that train going for a little bit.
I think he was, yeah. Yeah, for the record, he didn't bill us for the last two.
Okay, that's
probably
nice.
Because he didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's the fine line in billing.
So yeah. So producer Nick, R.I.P. We're on to producer Rowan. Right back on the horse. The horse being Rowan, I guess.
Yes.
And
we're right back on.
We're gonna try this out. We're dating. This is our first date.
I think it's gonna go fantastic.
This is first date.
I can't
But
believe
it's like a first date where you bring everyone home to meet the family.
I can't believe it's only 12 episodes. I feel like it's been like 30.
Well, that's because we shoot it semi-annually at this point.
No, I thought we're pretty good every other week. Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. So that means we've been doing it half of a year if you're a math guy. Ish.
Yep. Yeah. That's
good.
right.
That's right. Good. Should I add 100 to it? So the next episode will be 113th episode.
Moving.
I think that would be better for.
People's going to be like, oh, the internet must have scrubbed it of all these other episodes.
Right. We sunsetted the old ones. So I got my show notes back. Claude's back.
It looks fancy from here. I can't see them all because
you're not allowed to.
Some of the questions need to be held in secrecy until asked live.
Yeah, you're not allowed to see it. So we were just offline talking about coffee because we're shooting in the morning for the first time.
This is an early one. Left my house at like 7. Ran into the office quick. Just getting things done.
Yeah. Well, that drive from Milton north,
it's not great. Actually, Seth, I'm going to give myself a little pat on the back.
You drove in the HOV lane with one person?
No, I would have had to reroute a little bit to do that. I think
I went back roads to the queue.
No, way different. I need to be back in Milton, then back in Boston. And I was like, this just seems inefficient to leave.
You took the train?
Get the fuck out of here, dude. Took the train in.
Like the red line?
Wait, no, I love to take the train, and normally it's commuter rail from Reedville, Hyde Park, or Fairmount. I took the red line from Wallaston today. A man of the people.
Wow.
Dressed like this with my constituents.
And you,
I felt like I was a state senator just trying to run a campaign ad. Look, this thing does run on time.
Did you have a leather bound satchel with you?
Nope. I had
just the phone.
Just this phone, one AirPod in, because you got to listen when they tell you the train's on fire or something. So I keep one active ear open, and then
next stop JFK.
Yeah. Well, we got to South Station, and I wanted to get off at Park Street, and they're like, we got 2 minutes. And I go, 2 minutes in this MBTA world is probably 25, but it was legitimately 2 minutes. So the red line's doing something right. I do think the World Cup starts today in Mexico City. Mexico versus South Africa. Got that. And then
you could have said any two nations and I would have believed you.
As a soccer player for a long time, I want to be correct for this lovely world event every 4 years. Foxborough starts tomorrow, not called Gillette Stadium. They would not
Boston Stadium
would not pay for the naming rights, so Gillette's all going to be covered up. So it's Boston Stadium, but it is chaos. I was in the Back Bay yesterday. France and Mbappe are staying at the Four Seasons for the entire time. There were fans everywhere with their roosters and blue and French accents walking around, just trying to see Kylian in person and get a little autograph.
Croissant. A lot of croissants.
That just it's.
Do you see how we just immediately got to backban croissants from you taking the train to work?
One, it's a croissant, and two, they're not that great, everyone. So we'll
too flaky.
Agreed, and just kind of normal bread, to be honest. I mean, maybe I haven't had an Mbappe croissant, but they're not the best.
Can't say
but France probably will do well in the World Cup. But back again, we're in Boston. I took the train to work.
You stood the whole time, true?
Hell yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter. You're arm overhead.
So I actually discovered arm overhead. You can still get a little of that back and forth. I did a hook.
Oh, vertical, you can use your phone.
Vertical pull, hooked, and text. Yes, it was amazing. It was amazing. I think
that does make sense.
So I'm a red line guy.
You ever see the people on the train? They're like true savage. Like they don't hold anything. Like, dude, relax.
Yeah, like it's
relax.
Yeah, they're robots.
Yeah,
those are the
like no one cares about your stability.
Those are the deep state just planting FBI agents on the train.
That's right. Yeah, it's Mr. Anderson. That's good. That's very impressive. I almost took the train the other day. Does that count? And then I didn't.
To go where?
I had a meeting in Jeffreys Point, and I was like, oh, I'll just walk to Orient Heights and pop off. And
from here?
Yeah.
How far is that?
It's like 4 stops.
The walk would be, because I feel like that's probably
Orient
longer.
Heights. Orient Heights is 4 minutes right down the street.
Okay.
It's like an 18-minute train ride. It's like only probably a 10-minute drive, but then you have to try and find somewhere to park down there. And then by the time I couldn't make a decision, I was going to be late if I took the train, so I had to drive. So that's about as far as I got.
The train, when it is running properly, is efficient. I feel like the gripe on Massachusetts transportation is it just always isn't running properly.
You know what you just made me think about when we were talking about the Four Seasons and whatnot. So wedding anniversary next week.
Got it. Okay.
10 years.
The Four Seasons is booked if you didn't hear. So they're Mbappe took all the rooms.
This dude's going to Paris.
Yeah.
For his tenure.
Well, yeah.
Nothing booked.
You'll get something. You're fly by the seat of your pants. We're just different guys.
We were just going to I think that's what it is. We're different people. And I think I was supposed to book something in the city, and now I'm just remembering all of this is also going to cross with the World Cup, and I'm probably super fucked.
Yeah, so Providence, ton of teams there. Boston, a few teams.
Why would I go to Providence?
I'm just going now. We're finding other places to go.
No,
we got you Newport, maybe Block Island.
Ooh, what's up with the Newport house?
You're welcome. I will not be there. You can go in.
Awesome. All right,
head on down.
Rowan, just so you know, it's become an interesting shtick in the podcast that we learn how wealthy Nick is.
Oh yeah. Train guy paid $450 to get in today. That's a 2-pass.
You definitely have a permanent pass on the MBTA.
Nope. That's I walked in today, and just for anyone looking to take the
black card to get
looking for anyone. Oh, that was a thing too. Looking for anyone to take the train. I had taken out my debit card because some places like the car wash occasionally won't use my Amex. So I put the debit card in, but I had pressed the credit button, thought the debit card with the MasterCard logo, MBTA flushed that right out. They said like card not accepted. I had to pull, but they would take the Amex. So we're good there.
That's good. That's good to know. I'm
just to be efficient.
Business expense.
The good part with Wallaston too is I walk and it's kind of an open air. I could see up top it said Alewife train. It's an inbound for you guys who don't take the train. 2 minutes. So I knew I had 2 minutes to go in, got my ticket, walked up, train door open, got my crook of the arm into my texting position. I was into Park Street pretty quick.
That's good. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah.
I think the last time I tried to take the train, it broke down at Maverick, and I was almost late to a Bruins game.
See, that's the MBTA for you.
A serious train question. What's the inside underground temperature of a train station in Boston at this time of year?
Train stations, not great. But
the red line, 100 degrees.
The red line has either a couple trains or
open air.
No, the red line has like some nice new ones, but I got from Park Street and I heard just that like cringy the green line come around the corner. I was like, oh man, that thing is an antique.
Yeah, those things are not good.
Oh, that's not great.
My best train story, when the Bruins won the Stanley Cup 2011. I went to every single one of those playoff games. Every single one.
Not in Vancouver.
Not in Vancouver. Every home game.
We got to fact check that sometimes. There was 6 playoff games.
I didn't sell one ticket to the whole postseason. Went to every single game. And this is a long time ago. I don't think I had like a pot to piss in other than to get to these games. Like I couldn't afford a beer, right? And
expensive beers.
We went out for one of the games. Game 7 was away. So
was it 7 or 6 they won in
7.
Vancouver? Okay,
7,
so it wasn't full 7. Okay.
Yeah, because we went down 0-2 to start, if you recall.
It was so
awesome. we were in Back Bay at McGreevy's. Rest in peace.
What's it? I believe no, it's not.
You don't know what McGreevy's is?
No, it's a different bar. The bar next to next to it is a.
Wow. Rest in peace, Poorhouse. Yeah, they're all closed now. So so anyway, we were downtown and having a few cocktails. Bruins won the Stanley Cup. I think I left my wallet and my keys in my buddy's car to my apartment. I lived in Quincy at the time, and I had to borrow my buddy's Charlie card because I had no money. I didn't have my wallet. We were like hammered. We went down by to the Garden after they won.
Must have been nuts.
Absolutely crazy. And then I was like, I have to get home. And everyone's like going different directions. So my boss at the time was like, hey, here's my Charlie card. So I took his Charlie card and I get on. I've literally never taken the red line.
You get on North Station, go to Park Street.
I couldn't even tell you where I got on the train. I got to be honest with you.
You made it here.
All I knew is I'm going to Quincy. Now, if red line aficionado like yourself, unbeknownst to me,
splits.
Sure it does.
Classic mistake.
Yeah.
So folks, the red line outbound that's leaving Boston and going, you can go Braintree, which is a Nick Nardone line now because that's what Wollaston is, or Ashmont, which actually I live closer to Ashmont, but Wollaston is kind of better. It's in like East Milton, West Quincy line. So
let's just call it a better part of town.
So if you go on the wrong
side of the track,
it just ends at Ashmont. Then if you want to continue, they trick you on that little map that's inside to think it's just the red line. No, you have to go on an above ground orange trolley that is basically driven by Mr. Rogers, like with a little hat on. He's driving the thing. It goes 0 miles an hour and it takes you forever. And then it drops you off in the heart of Mattapan.
So, took the wrong way. Ended up in Fields Corner.
Yep, that sounds right.
MBTA is running late because it's Bruins Stanley Cup,
sure.
So it was like running like all night. But I take the wrong way. I'm just with a billion Bruins fans. We're all elated, right? So like it's all good, completely in the bag, right? And then we all get, we're at the end of the line, Fields Corner, and I'm just like, wait, like where's Quincy? So we all had to get on a bus to go to Quincy, and then I just like get off the bus. I'm like, oh, I'm in Quincy now at a train station. I'm good.
I guess technology, there was no Uber in 11.
There was definitely Uber.
Really?
My phone was dead.
Okay.
This was a bad night.
I would have said Uber was like a 2015 invention.
No. So Rowan will have to fact check this. It was definitely out in 2009.
I think it was still taking cabs.
No, back then it was Uber and it was only like luxury black car.
Oh, okay.
So it was 2009, 10, 11, 12, 100% in Boston. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Bring it back. But anyway, so I get off like unbeknownst to me in Quincy thinking I'm good. Also, remember, never taking the train. How many train stations are there in Quincy?
There's a few. There's North Quincy, there's Quincy Adams, there's Wollaston, and probably one more. But it's in Quincy is also quite large.
Yeah, I think there's 4. Yep. Well, this is the first one that said Quincy. I'm off this bus. North Quincy.
Yep.
You know where I lived? High Point, which is close to Quincy Center. That's the other train station, by the way.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So here I embark.
Would have been better to get off
Here
that
I
one.
embark on a 3-mile walk at 4 a.m. with no cell phone, just wandering the queue. And I get back home and I live in one of these high-rise buildings. I remember my keys are in my buddy's car.
I'm sure the nice concierge let you in.
There's no concierge, Nick. Remember, as previously stated, I couldn't afford a beer. Okay, so I'm just living in some shit building, and I incessantly rang the telephone dialer to my roommate at the time, who luckily buzzed me in at
that's nice
at almost 5 in the morning. When I got home.
I would have just turned around.
Had work at 8.
Yeah, I would just turned around and kept going. What were you doing for work at the time?
Best Buy. I was a sales manager at Best Buy in Braintree.
Okay.
Yeah, good times.
8 a.m., man.
Yeah, opening shift, Had to make the sales. Had to do the things. All right. Well, here we are talking about nothing per usual.
No, that was good.
Let's talk a little bit about the market, which I'm just going to go on the record and say it sucks. It sucks. It doesn't really. It depends where you're at.
So I guess I have very strong opinions on this, where it's actually great. Places are going under agreement. Phones ringing. Emails are coming in. People want to buy houses. The deals. Talk about bad deals.
They're bad deals.
I got deals falling apart. I got deals that people want, you know.
Did you see the one yesterday?
I got one that this guy's concerned about a mass save insulation permit from 12 years ago that's not closed out.
Let's relax.
And I'm like, well, he's like, what, Nick, what's our concern level here? And I go, can we go negative? I'm negatively concerned about this. Yeah. It's insulation. I feel confident I could have put the insulation
I feel like Claude can close that.
It was crazy. But like very like, why isn't this closed? When I was like, had to go. I'm still a firm believer of like, hey, they pulled a permit. Like I see way more ton of work done. There's so not with a pulled permit.
There's so many permits that don't get closed and they're administrative closes. All of those can be shuttered very, very swiftly with a quick call to the building department, especially stuff like that. They're never coming back to inspect your mass save insulation. That's an administrative money-making activity for the town or the city. It is not like, oh yeah, let's make sure you put the cellulose in right. Like relax.
And how do you feel, Seth? I'm like, they pulled a permit and a family lived there for 15 years.
Yeah, great.
You know what I mean? Like the fix and flip people scare me a little bit more. Because like no one actually lived in the house, like they maybe didn't care. This is a family lived here. Like, what do you think the guy had put asbestos insulation in? And
you could argue specifically with mass save, by the way, to even get those permits. By the way, you often need an electrician to sign off saying that you don't have any hazardous wiring or knob and tube in the building, because that's actually what can cause a fire is old desheathed knob and tube. So like it's actually safer if you see that permit open or closed, because they won't even issue it without an electrician sign off. So probably a good indication and not a freaking big deal.
Yeah. So, but stuff like that was a 72-hour like back and forth, analysis. So it's those.
But you know why?
Things that are slowing the deals up.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, it's because of AI.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah. I mean, I'm getting a lot of questions that people don't even understand the questions they're asking me. Because
we talked about this yesterday.
Mr. Chat is just like, hey, like you should ask your attorney these 100 questions. And I'm like, you don't even know. Like, and then I actually, maybe I'm the guy which is doing the wrong thing. I will answer the questions. I'm like, oh, maybe they actually want these answered.
You know what I started doing is I'm like, hey, thanks for sending this. Can we schedule a quick call? And I call and I say, hey, Nick, I'm just curious. In Provision 49, what was your concern? Because they can't repeat it.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
That's a good way to. So Kristen, who kind of runs my little email conglomerate I got going on at the office, over 4 questions is a call.
Yeah.
Because because then the question to the question is the question to the answer is too much.
Yeah. You can't just compound it in and out of ChatGPT over and over again.
Yeah.
So that's definitely happening. Deals are definitely weird. I think the strangest thing that I'm seeing right now is the what I'll call the schizophrenic market. City dead, very very
high end, mid high end. I got some luxury people who buying.
How many luxuries was that?
Cash. That was like 4 luxuries. That's over 5 million. It's 4 luxuries.
Okay, so 3 luxuries is like 4 to 5.
Is you like a 2.8 to 4 5?
Okay,
yes.
yeah. So 2 luxuries is just a normal Boston person.
That's just we live in the South End, but we're gonna say the Back Bay when people ask us.
Okay.
Those are going, but in that 1.7 to 2.5, like not happening. People are just, hey, I'm going to the burbs.
Yeah, I'm in a lower pay grade than that, so I'm just talking like the East Boston stuff.
I think there's too much out there.
So much.
And you got the ones that were built 3 years ago and reselling.
Yeah.
So now it's like, is this new construction? Is it not new construction? Are we setting price points? How many times do people go, I paid this? And it's like, well, that's not what we're selling. We're selling it what it's worth right now and what it's worth against the market. You need kind of that X factor of like, is it an elevator building? Do you have outdoor space? Do you have a parking spot? Neighborhoods now mean something.
Yeah. Yeah. It's bad. The city's really slow. I also been doing a few more off-market deals, which is nice. So really good agent relationships, multiple offers in the suburbs, and just trying to connect with the listing agent.
Are multis still a thing?
Oh, multis are crazy.
That's good.
Yeah, multis are crazy. But we'll get to multis.
This topic will certainly be brought up later. But so rent control seems to not be deterring people.
Well, I think the multis that I'm selling, I have a 6-unit under agreement right now, so that would be subject to rent control potentially if it passes. But big investors buying it, huge portfolio.
But seemingly like
it's fine. It works now, and it works now at today's numbers and debt. It's going to work tomorrow. They're not. I think those.
It's the capital improvement tax increases that people aren't going to recruit.
There's a lot of stuff that I think still makes that makes sense for people. And then a lot of the multis that I'm in is like the 2, 3, 4 unit stuff, owner occupied.
Got it. Okay.
So I think that's less. I honestly don't know enough about the rent control stuff yet.
Well, they keep going back and forth because they haven't truly presented something that would be law yet and voted on.
Yeah.
They're talking about, there's a couple steps in that legislative process about getting it to a vote and then voting on it.
There's a vote this year, though, isn't there?
Right now, I don't believe
it's on the ballot.
I don't believe it's on the ballot because
it's on the ballot.
We can fact check that. I don't think they've presented it clearly enough to put it on the ballot.
I think it's on the ballot. Oh, I still have this Keurig thing open. We'll have to come back to that.
We'll come back to that. Which is the number 2 thing people are concerned about.
Nobody's concerned about Keurig, dude. Like, when was the last time you weren't involuntarily in a hotel conference room or somewhere where you were subjected to potential Keurig?
No, just
like you're not volunteering.
No, it was a dental office last time, and then the time before that, like I feel like Keurig now is like ingrained in my brain. Was kids swim lessons at Aquatot in Norwood,
and you're like, you know what, in this chlorine stench, in this mold infested 80-degree environment that's not ventilated, where kids are drowning, I'm gonna go rip a Keurig. That's what you said.
That's correct. It was early. They swam at like 7:45 or something. The other part is and I should probably think before I put this in my body. The only cream was like the
powder.
The something delight little packet.
Cafe Delight. It's plastic.
Cafe Delight. I put 2 French vanillas in there, and then
unrefrigerated
plastic.
And
I go, these things have been sitting out in just normal tempersets for 3 weeks. Like, what is it that stabilizes this thing?
Yeah, it's because it's plastic.
So in 7 years, when I'm part of that class action suit against Cafe Delight. Remember this one?
Yeah. Not the Cafe Delight, which is a small coffee shop independently owned in Winthrop, Massachusetts.
No, they're great. They do organically grown non-conflict beans. So they're fine.
I gotta be honest. I think their eggs are plastic too. So the Massachusetts rent control ballot question, a proposed ballot measure aims to bring back rent stabilization. Massachusetts capping annual rent increases the consumer price index.
But can you ask a question? Is it currently on the ballot or just proposed to go on the ballot?
Is this on the ballot?
Because I think it's still proposed to go on.
Hold on, let me go to the.
I think we're still one step away.
Really? I mean, you are the attorney here.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not a gubernatorial attorney here doing legislative work.
Initiative petition to protect tenants by limiting rent increases. This is a 2-page document. I can't read this.
Okay, we'll ask.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
I thought there was one more step because it still needs to be tailored as a ballot question.
This ballot initiative.
Yes, yeah, it's not on there yet, I don't think. Officially.
The initiative states. I feel like I should have known the answer to this.
No, it's okay. I think it's up in the air because of the nuanced little caveats that are in there.
But aren't there a bunch of ads like vote no?
Well, of course, people want to make sure that it's ingrained in you that this is a negative thing. The last thing you want is to come on the ballot and you're like, oh, what's question 3? And they're like, oh, it's rent control. And you're like, that sounds like rent was high when I rented 10 years ago. Maybe we should have rent control. Because it's definitely a thing where a majority of people in Massachusetts own a home and do not own a rental property.
This guy's always right.
Who? Me?
You.
I know.
It's so annoying.
It's okay.
Rent control is not officially on the ballot yet, but it would be moving closer to reality. A proposed statewide rent control measure could appear on the November 2026 general election ballot.
See? It's okay.
Unbelievable.
It's okay.
Lawmakers are considering legislation that will allow individual cities in town to opt into rent control. Wait. Allow individual cities?
Yeah, so there's a bunch of, but Boston is going to do it. Somerville's going to do it. Cambridge is going to do it. So all of them are going to do it. Quincy too, I believe. But the big thing is we have people answering a question who aren't renters and don't own rental properties.
Yeah.
So most of the voters own a single family residence. So now you're asking people to vote on something that they do not know. It doesn't directly affect them, and they can't think of the consequences down the line. So you have to educate them on why it's a bad thing.
See, I think there's going to be so much like super PAC cash that comes out of the woodwork, just knowing that how many of the upper class own.
Like Blackwater is going to come in and just toss some dough at it.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of that. Is it Blackwater? I think you just made that one up.
Blackwater might be like Black Rock might be the one. Blackwater might be the one that is like mercenaries in Angola. So it's probably not that. It's probably not that one.
Blood Diamonds.
Yes.
Is it? I think it's Black Rock. Yeah. Blood Diamonds. Okay. So how did we get on rent control again?
We got on rent control from market and something we were going to bring up in the future, which we will when it becomes a ballot question.
Yeah. Which it will.
It probably will.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, the multi-market's still hot. Owner-occupied stuff's still hot. And then I'll tell you this. You know how last episode we were talking about escalation, no cap?
Oh yeah. Your silver bullet.
I'm like,
your Wolverine killer.
I'm so smart. I got it. So this last week, over the weekend, I wrote an offer in Reading, Massachusetts. Super hot market. Not a ton of inventory on the market.
Reading, not North Reading.
Not North Reading. The real Reading.
The OG Reading.
OG. Yeah, the original. So the list price of the house was somewhere in the mid-9s. Okay.
I think it's lower than entry level sometimes in Reading.
Yeah. Really nice house. It's probably worth like $1,050,000 ish. So we went ahead and wrote an offer at 1.1. Okay. Really, really strong financing.
What was the price again?
Like 950.
Oh, okay.
So I wrote 1.1 with an escalation
prior to open houses.
No. I wrote it by the deadline. The deadline was Monday.
Oh, deadline. Okay. Yes. Are people still jumping deadlines? I've seen that. I
think in competitive scenarios like the suburbs, like Reading, deadlines are being held.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, for sure. So 1.1 with an escalation to beat anybody by $16,000.
Okay.
Without a cap. So we started $150K over. Very respectful offer. And just said, hey, I'll beat anybody by $16K. Didn't get it. Didn't get it.
So they said, we don't believe you?
No, they said someone else is doing that too with cash. And I said, KK.
You said 16 on the dot. That seems very awkward.
Well, at the end of the day, wherever they were 16 ahead, less, doesn't matter. They take the cash deal, no contingencies, essentially.
Were you waiving appraisal?
I didn't waive appraisal. I didn't think appraisal would be an issue.
Sure, but I think people go, wait a second here. Because remember, the people in the house and sometimes the agents who are too in the market are like, this is $1 million house. There's no way it's going to be a 1-2 house.
Yeah, the agent was from out of town. Yeah. So I do think that was definitely a factor in it. My client had previously, years ago when I sold them their house, waived their appraisal in a very competitive market and it didn't appraise by $80,000. So I think this time we're a little gun shy on that.
Did they tell you how many offers were?
9.
Oh, it's not bad. Okay.
Oh, yeah, not bad.
I mean, you didn't win. I guess all you need is 2, I guess, to lose.
You know, it's 9 more than I got on any listing I have on the market right now. So, and in fact, if I just got 1 on every one of my listings, I'd be pretty good. So,
how many active listings do you have?
11.
And no offers on any?
I have an offer on a couple of them.
Okay.
Which is not enough. Not enough offers.
Now, I feel like a traditional market hadn't happened since last year, probably since almost like 2015.
Yeah.
We had new construction being crazy. So like the traditional market is kind of like school ends, July 4th happens, and you almost have like the July, August doldrums until Labor Day, right?
I think the doldrums for me are always like mid-June through mid-July, just because everyone's doing something. Unfortunately, I think it's just started a little bit earlier.
You think August comes back?
I think August, yeah, people start to pick back up.
Okay.
Well, you know what it is? People just don't list as much, so inventory starts to compound.
Got it.
On a lower side of things. And so then there's less inventory. It feels like the market's busier.
Okay.
Because there's less to look at. And I think people that, missed out on the spring months or the early summer, they start to take a pause, right? So who buys houses that are or condos and stuff that I have on young couples, engaged, like people like Row over here is, thinking about making a move.
But I think the engaged thing too is like, that you got married that summer and now you start looking.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are, I don't know how old Rowan is. I'm not going to put him on the spot, but I'm going to guess Rowan probably has, okay, thank you. I'm going to guess you have at least 4 to 5 weddings this summer that you have to go to.
I got like 3.
Okay. That's very close.
He declined on 2.
0. Why? Old dude.
Yeah, I was invited to 2, going to 1 there on the same day.
Yeah. So like that's, everybody else who's maybe buying right now is in like wedding season. Like I think Kelly in our office has to go to like 11 weddings again this year. We've all been through that phase, right?
But you gotta start saying no.
But when you're 30, you just fucking say yes, dude.
Send those over. I'll say no for it.
Yeah. You say yes. You go every weekend. It's a blast. It's all your friends, right? Yeah. And so that really hurts. Like that starts this time of year.
Sure.
Plus all the graduation nonsense that's going on. And so anyway, I think that starts to pick back up. Like those folks come, get back on the buying horse.
The other niche market I got into is the parents buying for like grad students.
Oh yeah,
which is because they get like placed and they go to find, they go, we'll rent,
buy a hotel. Yeah.
Well, they go, we'll rent, and they can't figure out where to rent or where, and they're just like, oh, this building's loud, I can't study, and then the parents end up buying them a place.
Yeah, I usually get a couple of those in like Fort Hill area every year. Yeah. So anyway, so I think once we get through mid-July, hopefully it picks back up a little bit. So, but suburbs still on fire.
It's tough to find a single family in a zip code you like.
Yeah, no doubt. Plus, I now have to sell and move.
Well, I was going to actually give you a couple claps because not only are you a broker right now, but you're also a buyer for a primary residence, which is a huge thing when you have a wife and kids. And you
also a basket case.
You were kind of about to go off the rails and become the worst buyer. And then you listened, waited, and now we are officially under agreement.
Yes, that's right.
Which is fantastic.
We need like one of those rap horns.
Yes, I am.
Hold on. I bet you I can get one for you.
I am so happy that you're under. It's a phenomenal house. It's a legacy type property. But you were gonna go crazy, Seth, for a minute, and you held back, and you're like, okay, we'll let the chips fall where they may.
Oh, I have to watch an ad before my rap horn.
DJ Khaled.
There you go. Thank you.
There we go.
That's perfect. Perfect. I don't think that's a rap horn, but we'll take it.
But anyway, congratulations.
I needed to be like, wah, 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 wah. Yeah, thank you, appreciate it.
And when are we going to list your place?
That's a great question. I actually sent an email to the team last night and said, business as usual. I want to shoot it at the end of June. Get ready to list after the 4th.
Toss it through your own system, hopefully.
I do. Yeah, okay. 100%. And I'm going to break every rule in the book, and I'm going to list it myself.
I think that's fine.
No, it's not.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You're the Winthrop guy. So it's tough to be like not the guy when you're the guy. Like you gotta own it.
You know what it is? Like tech nerd. Okay.
Self-appointed
tech nerd. I have a smart house.
Okay.
Do you have any follow-up questions?
I'm like, I don't know exactly what that, like an Alexa.
So smart. Yeah, I have an Alexa, Nick. That's I bought a $29 Alexa. Now my house is worth 5% more than anybody. So no, I full blown smart home. So in my past life, being deeply into the Best Buy things.
Yeah, I thought you had like 3 subwoofers in your truck. I didn't know if you had like a smart house.
Yeah, I have a Rockford Fosgate amp. It runs my house.
You still take the radio out when you go into
band. Yeah, I took faceplate. I took the faceplate off. Yeah, and I put it in my glove box, and then I locked that glove box.
Yeah, it is safety first.
Yeah, 100%. And I actually recently upgraded it, and I paid like $1,000 for one of the Pioneer.
Of course. And I saw that you took your CDs off of your sun visor.
Yeah, I did. Which is nice. And then I put them in my 6-disc changer in my trunk. Yeah, 100%.
All mixtapes.
Yeah, but now recently I've been listening to my iPod Nano in the car. It's been better.
Technology.
Yeah, it's been good. So
back to Alexa.
So I have an Alexa at home. Yeah, so smart house. So a few things. I have a full hardwired internet setup. which you're like, okay, cool, no one cares.
What does that do for me?
It's basically like probably what you have at the office. You have commercial wireless access points like on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like it's really, really good coverage. There's a controller that shifts, whatever device you're on to whatever the closest access point for the highest, fastest speed.
I paid a guy to do that. I got some things in my ceiling.
Yeah, you probably did. Yeah, especially at your house.
Yeah,
you have a smart house, but you don't know you have a smart house. You were just sold.
Well, no. I have the internet thingies. I still open my own doors. I got to punch a code in my ADT, which I don't think is very smart.
Yeah. Yeah. You're really concerned about safety in Milton?
Yeah.
Because you're on the Hyde Park line?
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually not concerned, but my wife's concerned.
Okay. So that's one thing. We also have Lutron Radio Raw light switches. So I
have the switches, but not radio raw. Like I don't have a band in the light switch.
So the radio band light switch allows you to completely control every single light switch with your phone, because every single light switch is on the internet. Okay. So I have a ton of what they call scenes. So like the house, starts up at a certain point of the day. It shuts off at a certain point of the day. It has different scenes for.
I might be the only person listening. This seems like a deterrent. This house seems too complex to me. I'm not buying it.
It could be. It can also, good for you. You could still just use the fucking light switch.
Okay. We can still go caveman.
Yeah. You can still, but you could also be like, hey Alexa, turn the kitchen lights on. And they're all going to turn on.
We do have an Alexa.
We do have an Alexa. Yeah. I have like the original Alexa, like Amazon.
Like it's actually a woman from England who comes and sits in the kitchen.
She just sits in the lights. Yeah. Sometimes
Alexa, make pancakes.
You'll be happy to know that sometimes I'm in the kitchen. I'm like, Alexa, you turn the kitchen lights on, and it like doesn't work, and I'll get frustrated. And I'm like, Alexa, turn the lights on in the kitchen, and my wife will just get up and walk and just be like, thanks, Alexa.
Yeah, of course. That's a logical response.
Yeah, so that goes well for us. So maybe not a good selling point at this point. I also have integrated audio through the whole house. So my first floor has 17 in ceiling speakers. We do have a bunch of subwoofers, like high-end audio.
Okay, sweet.
And then I have a full rack. So I have 3 different TVs on the first floor that has like I can play multiple different integrated audio things. And, I could have the kids watching a show in one room. I could have us watching a show in the other. All the audio is different. And because when you're under the in-ceiling speakers,
the right way.
Yeah. I don't hear the, kids watching Bluey. I can hear my stuff. So anyway, there's a lot of complicated tech in there that I think if demoed the right way can create additional value.
I also think too, that if someone wants to add that stuff, not only like cost, but
huge money.
The holes in your ceiling, the painting, the time and all that stuff. It's like when it's there, even if it was like, hey, it costs $30,000, it's $30,000 plus 6 months and painting and this and learning it and like
between the hardware and the installation and the programming and all that stuff. So it's a lot. So and I just think that I'm probably the best person to showcase that if it's important to somebody. Now you may say, oh, that's a deterrent. When we sold our last house, I had a lot of this stuff in our house too. It actually got featured in Boston Globe Home of the Week. This is back in 2020 when I sold it.
And, sounds like a pay for play, but okay.
It wasn't fully authentic.
Okay.
Coastal modern luxury beach house. Pretty cool, right?
Wow.
I'll send you the article. You're going to give it a read. And literally out of nowhere, it was like our 3rd week on the market. No offers. Overpriced. Someone came and saw it in the Globe, specifically saw the audio video rack and wanted to buy the house.
So I'm guessing we're going to have a pretty sick video here showing all the stuff.
It's gonna be we need
to transition from like the daytime,
hey,
watching Bluey at breakfast, nighttime, dimming of lights, shades going up and down,
goes on.
Sun setting, wines being opened.
There you go.
British Alexa walks out of the room and just pours you another glass.
Hey Alexa, turn the lights on. Yeah, that's it.
Alexa's more sincere.
So Rowan will have to figure that out for us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. I think it'll be one too where maybe I blend in some of the stuff we did in the haunt too, with some narration potentially.
Yeah, I love that. Alexa should narrate. Can you use an Alexa voice to narrate the whole thing?
Maybe.
Okay.
I might make my wife do it. I don't know.
Is she a voiceover woman?
She could be.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And when she's not being the British Alexa woman,
I love that.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that. Luckily, do not have to sell to buy.
I think it's going to sell though quickly. I think people want to live in the Williams estate.
I hope so. That'd be wonderful. And if not, I'm going to be very, very stressed out.
And your new house has a sick flagpole. We were talking about it earlier, which
sickest.
obviously top of the flagpole, always the stars and stripes. But I want a
I have side bands. You know that? Did you see that?
amazing for Bergies.
Yes.
I think we need a Seth party flag.
So when it's up, you just know.
Correct.
What does it say?
So that's what we have to figure out. I think it needs some sort of nautical theme on it, some sort of boozy theme on it. Maybe we do a Boston and/or Bruins little something that puts it up there. But I think that, like, so Frank Sinatra, when he was home, he would raise a Jack Daniels flag. And that's how the boys knew Frank was back in town and we're partying. So old Blue Eyes did Jack Daniels. And what is Seth going to do? That's what we have to figure out.
That's a great question.
Yeah. But
I do think,
before we put all that stupid smart stuff in the house, I think we need to figure out what flag we're flying.
well, I don't know if I'm going to do
Maybe
it.
just an Alexa flag of like.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. These are very interesting thoughts. I think Claude will design me a nice flag.
I'm in.
I think I'm going to fly a reference real estate flag there too.
You can do that.
Yeah, because it does have a sailboat on the sign, just for the record.
Okay, you can
I know
put it
you've
up
probably
there.
never noticed.
As long as there's a booze flag on one of the side ones.
Yeah, should it just be like an upside down martini?
Tilted over. Are you a martini guy though?
I'm not really drinking a lot anymore, but I can get down with a dirty martini, dude.
Okay. We'll figure something out. I want some submissions and we'll vote on it.
I want to know your martini order real quick.
One, the only martini I order is a Manhattan, and I order it down.
I don't know what any of that means.
Okay, everyone, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial because even the most advanced bartenders and servers at some of our most high-end restaurants here in Boston do not get what this means. So if you order a drink up off the table, it is usually in a coupe and/or martini class. So I will say I want a drink down because I am a child and I spill my drinks. And
So
who wants
down?
And who wants all that weight on a little stem for no reason? It's supposed to be where you're not touching it so it stays cold. Drink it faster. So I order it down. All I want it to be is same drink served on a glass that touches the ground, no stem. They will go, oh, you want it in a rocks glass. And occasionally I will make the stupid mistake and say yes. They automatically in their head think he wants rocks and they'll put it on ice. Do not want that. I will succumb to a large cube. However, please, if you are listening to this, down just means the same drink in a different glass. Thank you. Okay, continue.
I just want to let you know, in all my years of drinking, I've never heard that before.
It is. I've now made it more of a teaching opportunity than me getting upset.
Yeah. Do you have that suit on when you do it?
I'm sure I have.
I bet you they hate you so much.
I'm a good tipper, and I order completely and I eat quickly. So I think for my downsides, I have a lot of fringe benefits that people enjoy in a restaurant.
When you just finished that sentence, the only thing I thought of was Matthew McConaughey in Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
You're
I'd be
that
sitting
guy.
right next to him.
You're that guy. Yeah. You're like, all right, you're gonna bring us 2 martinis. Yeah, 100%. So okay. What's a Manhattan again?
So that is supposed to be rye. I like bourbon.
Uh-huh.
And then you're going to put some bitters in there.
Uh-huh.
And you're going to put some not Campari, sweet vermouth.
And how is that different from a old fashioned?
So old fashioned is just, again, bourbon or rye. And then you're going to have some Angostura bitters out of New Orleans and some orange bitters and some sugar. And then we usually put some orange citrus on there. And that is served on ice.
Right, on one big cube.
Oh, if you're at a fancy place, Seth. But most people just use regular ice cubes, yeah.
I went to La Tavernetta in Eastie on the waterfront the other day. Stellar.
Where's that? Is that Lewis Wharf?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I think so.
65 or 45?
Yeah. Geez,
That was a
It's right next to Tall
one
Ship.
question.
It's right next to Tall Ship.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know where Smokehouse was for a hot minute?
Yes.
It's that building.
Okay.
Fantastic. Client of mine running it.
And what type of food?
It is like a coastal Italian tavern.
Ooh, like Capri.
Yeah, it's very good.
Okay.
Very good. Cool vibes. Great bar.
Can I, from real Boston, take a boat to that restaurant?
From
Rose Wharf?
Yeah. So they
Boston
run
Harbor Hotel?
the ferries right there, but also water taxis right there.
So I don't know what the difference is in those items.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you do.
No.
Do you take the ferry?
Never taken a ferry.
Mm-hmm. So the boat that you take is the little private one?
I've only
That's
taken
a water taxi.
No, I've only taken personal boats. I've never taken a boat across.
I've only taken personal vessels.
No, not my own personal. Friends don't own a boat. I'm a golfer. I've never got on a boat where like someone said, "Sir, where would you like me to take you?"
So in Boston Harbor, they have water taxis. There's I think 22 to
Private,
they're like privately operated water.
but they're
taxis.
not Massport.
Nope.
Okay,
Yeah, I think it's like $12 a rip, and they'll just there's
one way.
one way.
That's,
I mean, bargain.
Really, 24. I mean, gas prices. Is that what's going on, or just skill of the captain? What are we paying for?
Swiftness.
Okay.
6 minutes, you're across the harbor at your next destination.
Will they go right away, or are they like, oh, Seth shot me a text, I got to go pick him up at some other
It depends.
place?
I think they're constantly ferrying back and forth. It runs very much like the MBTA, where like they're just constantly there.
Do I just stand there and a boat's going to arrive, or
Yes.
do I know when it's coming?
Yes,
Is there an application?
there maybe.
Okay.
There's also a radio. You could hail them. That's how boats work.
I have to get like I have to like Mayday.
Well, you don't
Need
say
a-
that.
Need a drink at La Tavernetta.
Yes, that's what you say.
Okay.
That's the call. Yeah. It's very good. I think the best use of the water taxi, because, oh, by the way, then there's the Encore water taxi.
I actually did have taken the Encore water taxi once. Almost got kicked off for singing down below.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Haven't been on the Encore water
It's
taxi.
very nice.
Even though I'm such an Encore guy.
My buddy made a lot of those boats. They're made in Boston.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they're very expensive. Not that nice when you look at them, but very expensive.
Oh, yeah. They're probably $1 million a pop.
Yeah, $1 million a pop. They're like Hinkley on steroids.
Oh, yeah. Hinkley, great boat.
Yep.
But yeah, I think the best use for a water taxi is when you just literally, you're just like having a cocktail at like a La Tavernetta, and you're like, hey, do you guys want to go into Seaport?
Sure.
And you're just like, let's go. And you just, hop
But
in for
how
another
late's
deal.
that going? Am I going to be Seth walking around in Quincy? Because swimming across the harbor is not a good idea.
Well, worst case, you just get an Uber after.
Okay.
And now you're really pocket committed to a $100 transportation bill. All right, let's get into a couple real bad deals. Yeah.
What do we got? I'm gonna give you a bunch of personal ones this week.
You want to?
I mean, I have one right now. Like this.
Let's do it.
I've crazy. I have a new renovation, not new construction, where buyer purchase, buyer very diligent, broker very diligent. They go through and they name specifically like 30 items to fix. Seller, I don't think ever went to the house, just had a contractor and
By the way, always happens.
And they're like,
punch list never gets done.
oh, you missed this, you missed this, you missed this. So they never even sent formal extensions. We're like, okay, we're okay with it, but they're supposed to replace, exterior boards. Then when they remove the boards, if anything went behind it, they're supposed to replace the backing,
Right.
and then they're supposed to waterproof
But you're never
it.
going to know if they did it.
Correct. And it's supposed to receipts and license and all that stuff. So like this took, going back and forth house. We got 3 closing packages.
Wow.
Buyer signed one of them. We got
Nice.
3
That's
packages and 3 wires, so we had to send all back. And then they went to the final walkthrough, of which they were still like, some things aren't done, but we'll take it. Go inside. There is a water mark on the inside that went down a seam between the sheetrock, and then luckily he brought his contractor, so it was himself, family member, contractor, 2 buyers agents, brokers. Like they were really on top of this, and the listing agent there, and like they're like, yeah, like the water's coming in from this, like the flashing's not there, we got that big rainstorm, and the seller's like, yep, nope, you got to perform. So now we're just going to litigation. Yep. And I don't think the seller even ever saw it. He's like, my contractor said there's nothing good. I go, well, that's great.
Maybe you
Like,
should go look at
yeah, like
your
we have
face.
pictures and stuff we sent. So like that's just a regular deal for me now. Like that doesn't even faze me. I'm like a war-torn veteran. I'm like, oh, mortar's going off in the background. Yep, that's Tuesday. Like, what do you got for me?
I the one that we have going on right now, which is on its third reincarnation.
Yeah, I mean it's happening.
Some cities and towns can be really, really tough with the fire department to get smoke inspections.
Boston being one of them.
Yep. Boston. Won't name the others. But it's interesting. Some towns, like you could have stuff that's, definitely going to fail. And the town's like, hey, we know you tried to do this. Do me a favor. Send me a photo.
Sure. Yeah.
Or, hey, just replace this one. I'll still give you the cert. Like, you're good. Like, and then other towns are just like, nope, immediately just narking you to the building department, like for a violation. They're playing code enforcement officers, right? So we had one where that happened. And so we had to we failed the smoke. Well, first off, it was interesting because there was open building permits, which is happening all the time now, right? And so this town would not allow us to order a smoke inspection until all the permits were closed, which is actually probably a good process.
Yeah, and they were like major renovation permits.
There's a plumbing permit. There's a general building permit.
Okay.
I think there's an electrical permit, right? And they were all still open.
Okay.
Right. And so
how many years ago? Because I think that time does matter.
Within the last couple of years.
Oh,
so they were during the homeownership.
So not a crazy request.
No. Yeah. What's going on? Like, and so some technically needed to be inspected and then closed, and then others just needed to be closed, and then some actually had to be withdrawn. Right. So we go ahead and it takes us about a week to get all the paperwork to either close or withdraw permits.
Got it.
Okay. So this is all through our due diligence process. We're representing the seller. And so, we're trying to get the smoke. We can't even order it without closing the permits. So to close the permits, inspections have to be scheduled. Inspections are scheduled. They're signed off on. Then we had to go, ironically, and withdraw the permit because it was only like a certain point of the inspection. It's like a rough inspection. Like the work's not being finished because the property's being sold now. Okay.
Sure.
So since the property's being sold, we get the rough sign off, and then we have to fill out all this paperwork, get it notarized, and withdraw the permit. Okay. So this all takes the better part of a week. We withdraw the permit.
And that withdrawal basically says we didn't do this work.
We're not doing anything anymore. Just kidding. We got to a certain point, but we're not finishing the work.
Got it.
I'm all set. Property's being sold. That's why I'm not doing it. Okay, cool. That's, I think, pretty much within your freaking right. You know what I mean? Like, just because I pulled a permit doesn't mean I have to finish the work or I go to prison, right? So, anyway, we get the fire department out finally. Fire department fails us because there's permitted work that was happening in the basement. Like, no shit. Like, remember when we talked about this?
You asked us to do this, yes.
Yeah, and you said, well, and they're like, well, there's no open permits for this work. What? Like, what are you talking about? I'm about to choke in my own phlegm over here right now.
Working on those basements.
Dude, I've been like half sick for like a month.
We need to get you a specialist.
I do. I need what's the throat doctor called?
ENT.
Is it?
Ears, nose, and throat.
This fucking guy always got it right off the tip of his tongue. Fuck, call this guy Alexa. So we're like, what are you talking about? You told us to do all this. And they're like, yeah, building violation. Refer to the building department. So building department, we have to get the building department out to do an inspection. The building department comes out and does an inspection, and they say there's a ton of violations here from not having permits. We're like, what is going on? So we ask everybody, and they say, oh, you just have to hardwire smoke detectors. Okay. So we say, oh, well, why do we have to do that? Well, because you were doing the basement over, you have to now do hardwired smoke detectors, not just in the basement, in the entire house.
Okay. So the basement triggered another ordinance and conformity.
Sure. So this is where I said, well, this sounds like a lot of work. The buyer is buying this property to finish the basement anyway. They're going to have to do all this stuff and pull permits, and that's within the scope that they know. So how about we just don't do it? And some cities and towns have a process where you can basically bypass smoke, and you all sign off and say, hey, we know it's a problem. Buyer's going to take care of it after closing. So it takes about 10 days. We get the building department to issue that decree, whatever you want to call it. And the whole time the buyer's counsel and buyer's agent say, yeah, we're good. That like we'll close with that. So talk about the reason this sparked my memory is because of the closing package. So everything gets issued. They go to closing. I think we're closing last week. And as I'm sure you recall, they're like, hey, what's this? Like, hey, what do you mean, what's this? We all talked about this, and you guys said you were good. Well, clearly no one explained to the client that this was how it was going to go down, which, listen, I guess it sucks for them. And someone should have been
for the first time
not my fault.
Yeah,
like, I've just been over here trying for 20 days to get a freaking smoke inspection. So now we go and we say, well, I guess I just have to hardwire all the smokes. So I'm now, mind you, in this deal, we had to rebuild a staircase. We had to close off a slider door. We had to finish some of the work from the plumbing permit that was open to get to a place to do all. Like, we're like, I don't know, $5, $6, $7 grand into solving some of these problems to even get the smoke to begin with, get the bank appraisal done. And now we're about to embark on an unnecessary rewire of the property to get the hardwired smokes installed. Right? So this is another $4 grand. So now we're about 10, 11K into like trying to get this thing closed on behalf of the seller. Meanwhile, the seller moved to Florida. So like we're keeping them informed, but I'm handling all this with our team and our vendors and all that type of stuff. Paying for it, by the way.
Yeah, no, you
with my cold hard cash, right? Like we're just taking care of this. And then so we do the electrical work. We pull the permit for the electrical work, and the permit is denied, citing building violations. I'm like, I literally now just have no clue what the fuck is going on. So we couldn't have permits open. So we couldn't get a smoke. So we closed the permits. We try and get the smoke. Well, there's no permits. So we couldn't get the smoke. They referred us to the building department. Building department comes in, says, where are your permits? We're like, you fucking told us to close them. And we just have to hardwired smokes. Okay, so we go to pull a permit to get the hardwired smokes, and the permit's denied, citing building violations. I have no fucking idea how to solve this anymore. So yesterday, we just offered the buyer more money off to please, after we just blew all this extra money.
Take it.
Please buy the house. We'll give you more cash off. And they said, nope. But then
resurrected.
The
phoenix from the ashes. Yeah. Seth just finds new buyers.
Well, yeah, someone in adjacent to the deal just said, hey, I'll buy it. And they said, I'll buy it for way less. And I said, hey, go fuck yourself. And all of a sudden now they're
in a nice professional manner. Obviously.
No, yeah, you're right. I said, no, thank you. No, I didn't say that. There was a blend between the two. But yeah, so deal's back, allegedly on track, close with the covenant, citing the building violations.
Yeah. Hey,
so
keeping deals together.
That's definitely the best way. It's the best outcome.
Well, I think what you pick up from that is, one, every deal can close. You just got to find a way to close, and having knowledge of the processes. You have to get, there's so many people that call me and there's like, hey, what about this? What about this? And like, I've done thousands of these. Like, I don't know the intricacies of every building department. So like when you're an expert in a market, or you claim to be, or you want to be, you need to have knowledge of this stuff, because that's what's going to set you apart. Because this deal with another broker is going to sit. And then when it's disclosed, it's not going to be disclosed correctly. And it's going to sit, or have another deal die until that arrangement ends. And now it's going to be going back on the market with someone else. So it's like, you have to know, again, your market, and every deal can close. Every single one. It's just how much effort you want to put behind it.
Yeah, no doubt. I definitely think that it was a little bit of a learning opportunity for sure. So that's what's cool about real estate. Still X many years down the road, still learning something on every
different
freaking
stuff
deal.
Can happen.
All right, let's wrap with a little underrated, overrated. Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, got a couple big weekends here coming up, Nick.
Mbappe.
World Cup.
Underrated. I think it's great.
Do you?
I love it.
What are how many?
I wish Italy was in the last two.
I'm gonna regret the asking this question. How many games are you going to?
Right now, only one.
The Impossible event. You of course have tickets to.
What's that?
The World Cup. Yes. Any World Cup game.
And it's actually the quarterfinal game on July 9th. So we don't even know who's playing it. It's gonna be some good teams.
Wow. Some good football.
Yes.
And it's at Gillette.
No, it's at Boston Stadium.
Okay. And you're obviously in a box.
No.
Oh.
I'm with the people. Lower
front
bowl.
row.
No, and soccer you don't want to be front row. You got to see plays develop.
Got it. So what's the, give me the.
Yeah, I think probably 30-yard line for a football field, 24 rows up.
It's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good seats.
I think it's
How many tickets?
Just my wife and I.
Wow. That's so nice of you.
Just two. We like to go to a lot of events together.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's great. That's great for
you. She
you.
Can hang, but we don't know the teams yet. But I might go to one more. There's a France-Norway game. There's an England-Ghana game. So we might pop one more in.
If you put a gun to my head right now and said, name two teams that are matching in the World Cup at any round.
I was way more into soccer when I was actively playing it, but it's the world's game.
You'd be pulling the trigger.
It's the world's game. So you got to know stuff. This is just normal stuff. Just like knowing about hardwired smoke detectors. You got to get a little more knowledge on this.
Kaveen on our team is very into soccer and used to play. He was very good, allegedly. And he was all excited because his team won a couple weeks ago.
In a friendly match?
No, I don't know. They won the championship or something.
I didn't. Oh, was he an Arsenal fan?
I think he is.
Okay, yeah.
Or it's the other team. And I was like, hey, so you guys won? And he was trying to explain to me, but you guys didn't play yesterday. So you guys won a trophy.
Oh yes,
And
another team didn't score enough goals, and they won because
they won like the league
yes
trophy.
yes.
I guess so. Just to be clear, you guys won like the Stanley Cup of soccer by not playing a
So
match.
soccer basically there's like no like play, just like you have the most points and you win.
Yeah, stupid.
And goal differential and all that stuff.
Really, I think that's dumb.
Yeah.
But I guess there's another trophy they can win when they win the game.
Yeah, then there's like the FA Cup. They call it the treble. So it's the premier champions in FA. Yeah.
You know, I'm really looking forward to the day where you have no fucking clue what you're talking about. All right. You're probably going to the Cape, I bet soon, yeah? You got a Cape House. You gotta have a Cape House, right?
I'm the Newport guy.
But you don't go there.
Yeah, I don't go there. Cape, actually, I am going to Weechmere for my wife's Weechmere.
Is that like Leechmere?
No, it's like a beach club in the Harwich Chatham line for my wife's
club.
birthday from July 4th, just a couple days to the 6th.
Well,
Bringing the kids.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. You
Where's
can get
your-
married there. It's a Longwood venue. You might have been to a
really?
wedding there. Yeah.
Weechmere.
Yep.
What town is it in?
It's in Harwich Port, but right in the Chatham line there. So it's
All right.
and Touchstone has an office in Chatham. So if you guys want,
Oh, really?
Yep, 400.
Is that where Jack is?
400 Main Street. That's where Jack is.
It's just
He comes back and forth. Jack is
He's
a nomad.
room like this.
He's a nomad. It's not a gigantic office by any means, but it's right
just
downtown.
him. It's just him sitting there.
Well, it's a seasonal office. We're there as clients need us.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Father's Day coming up.
I mean,
You guys got big plans?
So overrated. I'm now doing Father's Day just because my wife's like, the kids want to make you something. Like it's just like, oh, I'm a dad. Sweet. Give me a card and buy me brunch and like, let me watch the U.S. Open. Sweet. Awesome. Like let's just keep it going here. I don't need the day.
You're gonna get you a world's best dad mug.
I don't need the day. Keep it moving.
What about Cape Cod traffic?
I don't fully get it. I mean, we're now building bridges next to bridges. We got the flyover, taking out the roundabout. I think that was a positive.
What does that mean?
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
Well, there used to be a gigantic rotary, and now we just go straight over.
Really? Isn't it still there?
Well, on the Bourne side, on one side, there's a rotary. So the Sagamore, the real bridge, has no rotaries now.
I'm so Cape deficient.
Cape is cool when you're there, but the fact that people are like, "Hey, let's leave." I mean, I guess the big revelation 10 years ago, like, let's not leave Friday, let's leave Thursday nights. Now Thursday is terrible for traffic.
Really?
Yeah, Thursday from 2 p.m. until 8 p.m. is terrible for traffic.
For someone who just proclaimed they don't go to the Cape, you seem to know an awful lot.
I grew up in Plymouth. I grew up the next town before I had to get on that lovely bridge and head over. So I do know a lot about the Cape. I'm driving a lot. We have a Hingham office now that's open, so I'm down the South Shore. We got that Chatham office. But yeah, it's just very, very busy. And then the Cape is like 5 different like really experiences. You can have we got upper, middle, and lower Cape, but then you got inner and outer Cape. Are you a Bay person? Are you Atlantic Ocean person? You get a lot of different things going on.
I'm a Buzzards Bay guy.
Okay, so that's more like that Falmouth onset line there, which is easier to get on and off because you're right there.
That's true.
Buzzards Bay is warmer.
It is much warmer water.
Yeah. So and Falmouth.
Why is that?
Because it's a bay, I think, so it's easier to warm up than the gigantic ocean. Not as much water flow. I got a great Cape fact for you.
Oh, let's hear it.
And most people don't know this one. The widest canal in the world is the Cape Cod Canal. Bigger than the Suez, bigger than the Panama.
Bullshit. That can't be true.
Just go widest canal.
Bigger than the Panama Canal.
Widest.
Is at its widest point, or like the consistent width?
You go on your little phone right there. We'll wait. Just.
What is the widest canal in the world?
The world, yes, the globe. You can say Earth. Mars might have one, but I think
I should just ask Claude.
You can ask anyone on that phone because I got the right answer.
We'll give a voice here.
You can ask Nick, your AI specialist.
Hey, what's the widest canal in all of the world?
Hey, Seth. Just to clarify, I'm Claude, not Nick, but I can definitely help you with that canal question. Cool. So the widest canal in the world is actually right near you, the Cape Cod Canal in Massachusetts. It's about 540 feet wide and 17.4 miles long, Built between 1909 and 1960.
Army Corps of Engineers.
This fucking guy.
Yeah.
Why do you know that?
You got to know stuff.
You're like, you had to have watched Suits.
No.
What, dude? Are you kidding me? Rowan,
I live it. Do you have to watch it?
You haven't watched Suits? Oh my fucking God. You're like Mike.
Never watched it. probably the best guy on the show.
He is the best guy on the show. He never went to law school, but he has like an insane memory where he just like reads everything.
I have a really good memory,
and knows it.
Yeah, I have a really good memory.
And knows it. So I'm gonna need you to watch Suits for me.
Okay.
You're gonna fucking love it.
Okay.
You are.
Okay, I'll watch it.
I can't believe as an attorney you have not watched like one of the most prolific attorney shows on fucking television ever.
No. Never
Plus, what's her face in it?
Markle.
Come on.
That was her peak, I think. She's gone way down now. We're stripping her of titles. Sent her off to Canada, I think.
It's almost 10:30.
Oh yeah, we probably gotta end this.
Golfing at 6 a.m. to escape the house.
I never want to escape the house, and 6 a.m. is probably too early unless you're playing like in like end of July, August, just for sun. But I like to play fast, and you're chasing the mowers, so it's overrated. Maybe if you're
in-depth answer.
Maybe if you're playing, on vacation or something, and you want to get 2 rounds, and you're trying to really do something in the afternoon. If it's the only time for you to play, do it. But if you're the 6 a.m. guy, it's overrated.
True or false? You're within 5 strokes of a scratch golfer.
Yeah, I'm a 4.5. Yeah, so that's right.
Ah, man. I have nothing else to say to you today. Let's get a boat day in, can't we?
Yeah,
can we do that?
Day? We can do a boat day.
I'll pick you up in Marina Bay.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad.
Or maybe Wesset Gusset. Is that easier?
You have to Google that one.
What?
Don't
It's
know.
in Weymouth.
Oh, Marina Bay would be much easier.
Yeah. All right. Sorry to inconvenience you.
No,
You're right there.
It's right.
You're probably part of a private Marina Bay club.
No.
How many private clubs are you a member of, including golf?
Not a ton.
It's definitely
Like
over
5. I think 5.
Hey, Rowan, how many private clubs are you a member of? A gym doesn't count.
None.
I actually won. Winthrop Yacht Club.
See? Look
That's
at
all
that.
I got.
We were nervous the other day. Nick wakes up early and watches the news, and there was a didn't name it, just said Winthrop Yacht Club fire.
That was insane. You broke that news to me, just so you know.
It was early. It was like 5:30.
So I woke up like closer to 6 that day, and you're like, "Hey, hope your boat's okay." And I'm like, "What?" and I probably had like 3 or 4 of those texts, and I just right over to Google, and I'm just like, and I was watching the video at first.
It looked terrible.
It was not good, dude. It was not good. I watched the video at first, and I didn't recognize any of the boats. I was like, I think I'm good.
Okay, good. I was
But I'll let you know, our vessel currently is out on what's called A dock. It is the shittiest dock. It's where all the junkers go.
Yeah.
And it's because my club seniority is so low that is where I'm relict to.
Got it.
With our adequate vessel. It does not belong there, in my opinion. And so if there was ever to be a fire, it would have been on A dock. And so I'm usually not on A dock. I usually like to mosey up my way in with the classy people on E dock, further inward, less of a walk.
Makes sense.
And
always trying to get that upward mobility.
got to do it.
What happened was it might be a touchy subject. Didn't some other like bad thing happen in Winthrop the other day?
Oh, mm-hmm.
We don't have to even mention it, but I thought I'm a Channel 5 news guy.
I was on my way to my open
I
house.
think Doug Meehan was talking about it.
Just driving along, going to sell a condo on one of the abutting streets, and ran right into that crime scene.
What happened there? Was it a hit and run?
It's much worse than that. When I tell you, like straight out of like First 48 State Police,
Oh, that's not good.
crime reconstruction. So at first, it's right by a park.
Okay.
And so at first I was like, fuck, did a kid get like hit by a car?
Oh yeah, like run across,
Right.
chasing the ball scenario.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I hope everything's okay. But there was also like a little bit of we'll just call it a promiscuous building.
Got it.
And I was like, oof.
Like a lot of stuff can happen.
And so I'm just trying to go to my open house. Shocker, nobody came that day. Tough day to launch a listing.
Yeah.
And I called up Jen. I said, hey, can you just find out maybe what's going on here? And she informed me someone got whacked. Yep.
It's a tough one.
Tough break.
Yeah.
DEAD. Call it.
Maybe that house should be marketed to first responders.
Proximity to park.
Yeah. And overtime. You get crime scenes right around your house. Like,
yeah. So you know what I should be doing is probably circle down that neighborhood. Probably a lot of people thinking about making a move.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll reinvent it. We'll get the listings.
All right. Well, here we are. Another ep done.
We did it.
Of the BDO pod. You'll be happy to know on all my AI generated thumbnails, Claude or whoever's AI generating these thumbnails has changed my hat to say bad deals only.
Oh, really? Did it look good?
It does look pretty good. It also did a really good job on like 8 of the thumbnails. Like it nailed us. And then it went like really rogue with you and me and just changed our faces completely.
It can manipulate that stuff?
Oh yeah, you should see them. It's actually very funny. Yeah, there's a couple that are like lights out, and then there's one where I look like Pitbull all of a sudden.
It's a 305.
Yeah, so it's worldwide. And then you look like a magician. You're just like a
career. I love it.
But there's a couple that are like really, really
like
good.
David Copperfield magician or like Gandalf like magician.
No, definitely not Gandalf. More like a David Blaine, but with your hair.
Chris Angel mind freak.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. So it's been pretty good. We're working through it,
okay.
You know, because producer Nick, R.I.P., wasn't really ripping the YouTube channel that good. So me and Claudette got involved.
We're getting back into it. We're gonna get some followers.
So here we are. We're back on rhythm. We'll see if Rowan's gonna come back. If we didn't offend him too much.
Wonderful first episode for him. Came out of the gate swinging.
It was good. I think he was much more. He was much better on the fingertips over there.
Very professional. Very professional.
Yeah, no inappropriate comments either.
And for all the realtors out there listening, he films some amazing content.
Yeah,
if you're looking for anyone.
No Redwoods Creative, right? Media. Redwoodsmedia.com.
Perfect.
Call it.
Thanks everyone.